if you get bad comments from people, people harassing you on the internet. I haven't reached that point where people harass me and all that, but I feel like maybe if I would have gotten to that point, I've seen people who have stopped their YouTube channel just because people are really harassing and negative, and they feel like, what is the point of uploading this video if people are just going to comment negative stuff? So I haven't gotten to that point, but really I get drained and I get tired sometimes. But then I learn to be like, relax. Life is for the living. It's not the end of the world. Just don't take yourself too serious and do what you love. At the end of the day, this is a passion that I have. So that passion keeps me going. So Alhamdulillah, I haven't reached that point where I'm like, I'll stop YouTube. No, I haven't reached that point. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, beautiful people. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to this channel. If you're new, please do consider subscribing. And if you're coming back, thank you so much. We really do appreciate you. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and enjoy, inshallah. If anything, please do comment.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You did well, actually.
Thank you. I was like, this is not my channel.
That should be 8 out of 10.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. So guys, we are still going on with the series, the mental health of small YouTubers. And the reason as to why we have this series is because we want to be on the same page with viewers. We want viewers to understand our journey as YouTubers and the things we got through and how they can support us if any of you wants to chip in. Yeah. So we'll get started with the conversation, inshallah. So yeah, we are in a conference room, Sumeya, and then the MC of the event says, I want everyone to introduce themselves. And we are going to start with the lady wearing a hijab, floral, flowers, and all and it just means that it's you, right?
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, so what are you going to do about that?
Okay, I'm going to introduce myself. Okay, my government name is Sumeya Ali, and I create content as a name through Maya, but also on my YouTube I call myself through Maya's Heart. But generally, Sumeya is a girl, and I am a student doing business management at Mount Kenya University. I am also I work as a project officer in an organization that is a community-based organization. I also create content. This is my 3rd year that is going to start at March 27th. So this is my 3rd year of creating content. And also I love reading and writing. So apart from working and studying and creating content, I read a lot. So that is what I do. Generally, that is me as a functioning person. Yeah. Thank you.
What's your current read?
I just finished a romantic book. It's called The Ugly Love, but I am reading my 6th book of the year now. I want to read 48 books, inshallah. So keep me in your prayers. I don't get busy. Yeah. So I'm trying to do the 4 books in a month.
Inshallah,
so yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah. Inshallah. Shukran.
Yeah. So we move on to the next question. So you just mentioned that you create content, right? So the second question would be, how did you find your way through YouTube?
Okay. I never thought I was gonna go, like I was one day going to start a channel of my own. That was not in my mind at all. But I love watching YouTube videos, like vlogs, watching other people do.
Excuse me. Now. So where were we? Yeah, you were telling me how you found your way to YouTube.
My way.
So Bismillah.
Yeah. So as I told you, I didn't think that one day I was gonna have my own channel, but I knew that I love watching content creators do what they do, like real life stuffs other than movies. I wanted to know that people can create content on their own. So and 2020, when it started, I was busy with school and I was also working at the time. But then things came to a standstill where nobody was doing anything. And my schedule was always busy. I was doing something. And then I came to a point where I had nothing to do. And I was just at home, resting, sleeping, waking up, watching YouTube and all that. And then one day I was like, why don't I just start a YouTube channel? And then I asked my family, my mom and my siblings, I was like, should I start a channel? And they're like, yeah, just give it a try. Why not? Right now you have the time to like learn how to edit, how to be a content creator and all that journey itself. So it started as a joke. I started with my sister just making some jokes and all that. And then because at the time I didn't have a niche or anything that I wanted to focus on.
Yeah.
So I just did what I loved, and it was just a platform where I just was going to practice so that I don't feel lazy at all.
Yeah.
And I started from there, and I was like, okay, alhamdulillah, it went well. People will usually ask me, you start your own channel? Yeah, I was like, it's just I'm giving a try. If it grows well and good, if it doesn't grow, it was just like giving a trial. And alhamdulillah, ever since then, I never looked back. Up until now is my third year. I'm still doing it, so I enjoy doing it. Yeah, so that is how I found my way to YouTube. Yeah, thank you.
Looking at your videos, I thought you had like this is something you wanted to do. Your videos look like you have a strategy, you know. Maybe you haven't noticed, but like it looks like it was planned, and like how you say it, you are just doing it because you wanted to stop being idle at home. But mashallah, like I love your content. First of all, the quality of your videos, mashallah.
Thank you so
really
much.
Nice, mashallah. So what I have realized recently about your videos is you focus mostly on travel. Is that right?
Yeah, it's
so
true.
What does that tell us as your viewers? Is that
that I love traveling?
Mm-hmm.
That I love traveling, and I wanted to share the experience with people because the time back in 2021, I did a travel vlog that I went to Malindi, and I just go back and I watch myself and I relive that moment, and I'm like, yeah, this is a good thing. So I feel the effect on myself right there and then, that I can go back and watch myself and be like, yeah, those were good days, those were the amazing days. So it makes me happy. And as you asked, do I want to focus on travel? Because I'm working and I'm a student, I don't get the opportunity to travel all the time. But I'm trying to make sure that I travel in 3 months. I travel once to somewhere, just do some vlogs and all that. But also I'm trying to accommodate lifestyle vlogs where I just show that I love books. There's so many things that I love doing other than traveling. So I'm trying to accommodate that, like reading books. This year I want to focus on reviewing books. I love painting, so I can add that into it. Life as a student, just my lifestyle, and then add more of travel vlogs until I have the opportunity to just travel, inshallah, one day.
Inshallah, we are waiting for all that, like all of it, the student life, the painting, all that stuff. We love it, inshallah. We are looking forward to it.
Shukran.
So our next question will be, how has YouTube changed you in those 3 years?
For the better. I feel like for the better, because I have learned to understand other people that create content. I always look at, like, I watch a vlog and I'm like, okay, this person took time to do this. You have to put a camera here, move it to this other side. I'm always thinking of what they thought before they literally and produce the video. And also I'm thinking about the time it takes to edit a video, make sure that this is good with this, put the right music or the right words, they look for a thumbnail and all that. I appreciate the work that people put in on YouTube. And I also appreciate myself that I am still a student working and all that, and still have my own life, and I still can do this. So I'm like, this is a good thing. And it's a hobby that I have learned to love. It was just it came in as a joke, but now I love editing. I can take time just to focus on editing because I love enjoying the process of putting things together and they come out something that looks good and people can watch and focus on it. So it has put me on a good platform, because now I know at least how to vlog. I know how to edit. It's a skill that I didn't have earlier, but within this 3-year duration, I have learned to just, I'm not good at it, but I'm going there. But I feel like I'm better than the first time I started. Yeah. Thank you. That is, I think,
that is how it has changed you, mashallah. So
it has changed me for the better.
It has made you like be in the shoes of the other bloggers and really understand their journey. The second thing is that it has given you skills, like editing skills. Plus, also, I know there's something to do with confidence, right?
I don't even talk about that. Vlogging outside, everyone literally looks at you. They're like, why are they recording themselves? Several times I found myself in a position where someone is literally staring at me and they're wondering, why does she have a camera and she's talking to them? And then at that point, you need to be confident so that you finish up what you're doing so that you can continue with the rest of the people. So it's another thing.
Another thing that I think YouTube has also brought to us is the ability to be vulnerable and comfortable at the same time. Because as a YouTuber, you get to put content outside there that sometimes you're like, maybe this is too raw to be out there, right?
I know.
So alhamdulillah, YouTube has a lot of positive changes that it brings out of it.
Yeah, I agree.
So the third question would be, out of all that journey, have you ever felt drained? Do you feel drained sometimes? Sorry about that. With all the work.
Yes, I feel drained. I feel guilty sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do because it's something I love. But then sometimes I get overwhelmed. Like today is Sunday. I haven't edited any vlog and I'm supposed to edit and the day is coming to an end. I feel guilty. Tomorrow is Monday. I will be busy with school and work. And Wednesday is my upload day. Sometimes you miss an upload day, you get drained. You feel like you're not consistent. You're not keeping up with your vlog. Sometimes you have to come up with ideas of before you shoot. So there was a time I was drained and I stopped vlogging for some time, like I think a month. I just decided to okay, let me not pressure myself. Nobody's paying me to do this. It's something I love and it shouldn't feel like it's a job that I'm doing. So I decided to stop just to get my energy back because sometimes I feel drained. And being an introvert, I feel like I pour out to other people mostly, and then I'm left with nothing.
Exactly.
So yeah, it does drain me out. And sometimes you feel like you create content and then it doesn't come out the way you thought in your head. And you're like, this does not look like what I thought it was supposed to look like. And then you delete that and then you think of another idea again so that you can keep people engaged. So it's really draining. And you need to be your own motivation. You need to remember why you started. Did you start because you thought YouTube pays people and all that? And it doesn't pay people up until now. I haven't gotten any money from YouTube. So do I still want to continue, or do I want to be like I'm coming there just because I want money? So remembering why I started is because this was a fun thing, a creative thing that I wanted to do. If money comes, well and good, alhamdulillah, we will accept it. But with or without, will I still continue with YouTube? That is the question that I always ask myself. With or without money, will I continue with this? And the answer is always yes. Yeah.
MashaAllah,
yeah.
I don't know.
It's a bit of an emotional thing, and nobody gets to understand that. The thing is,
true.
You get emotionally drained that people don't understand, and sometimes people will ask you, why haven't you uploaded? And somebody doesn't know that you're mentally breaking down, and you're like, I will upload. I'll upload.
Sometimes you just want to shut everything down and just get lost, be in your own world. But then at the same time, this practice of being consistent keeps visiting, and then it makes you feel guilty. You haven't uploaded a video today. You haven't done this. You haven't done this. So it's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Okay. Have you ever reached to a point where you were like, what's the point of all this? What's the point? Yeah, you got the question?
What was the point of doing YouTube?
Yeah, like when you hit the rock, like when you're at your lowest, and then you're like, what's the point of all this? Like you said before, I'm not even being paid. I'm not. Nobody's doing me a favor for uploading content. People are just having fun. Yeah.
And in all honesty, I haven't reached a point where I say to myself, what is the point of doing all this? Because I know that I love doing this, and it doesn't give me because I know I can stop YouTube whenever I want. I can stop today, I can stop next month. So there's not that pressure that I have a contract with YouTube that if I stop YouTube, I'm gonna get something bad in return. So sometimes I have learned to be easy on myself. I tell myself if I miss an upload, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. So having that mentality makes me like, okay, it's okay. Take things easy, chill on yourself. So I have never reached a point where I'm like, what is the point of this? Because I think what can make someone reach that point is if you get bad comments from people, people harassing you on the internet. I haven't reached that point where people harass me and all that, but I feel like maybe if I would have gotten to that point, I've seen people who have stopped their YouTube channel just because people are really harassing and negative, and they feel like, what is the point of uploading this video if people are just going to comment negative stuff? So I haven't gotten to that point, but really I get drained and I get tired sometimes. But then I learn to be like, relax. Life is for the living. It's not the end of the world. Just don't take yourself too serious and do what you love. At the end of the day, this is a passion that I have. So that passion keeps me going. So alhamdulillah, I haven't reached that point where I'm like, I'll stop YouTube. No, I haven't reached that point. Yeah.
So based on your answer, I'd like you to go back to when you started YouTube. you say this would be the third year, right?
Yeah.
So when we look at how you are coping up with the pressure right now and before, like, does it get better? Do you find ways of neutralizing the pressure as it goes? Ama, it's still the same?
And as now as it goes, I feel like I have learned to neutralize things to make it normal. But sometimes when I get comments that I do not appreciate, what I do is I just delete them. I just delete them so that nobody else sees them, and I just leave the person like that. So I think sometimes you just have to be oblivious to things. Just pretend that some negative people are not around. Yeah, it never happened. I just pretend it never happened. So we move. Because sometimes someone will literally tell you, I think that blog you did, you should have corrected this. So sometimes people will give you unsolicited advice just for no apparent reason, and you're like, but I felt this was right. And people will tell you, do this kind of videos, do this. And then you're like, but is it me, or is it something that I want, or is it something that people want? So the pressure, I feel like the pressure as time goes on, as so many people get to know you and you get more followers, things will get more harder, and I am ready for that. But then I'm like, we are learning to neutralize things, learning to take nobody else serious. Whenever someone comments anything bad, I'm like, it's not me. It is their own insecurities that they want to project on me, and I'm not taking that negativity. So I just do that, and I keep away from them. So if you learn to the psychology of other people, you learn to keep negativity away from you. Because there are toxic people on the internet. I've seen that they're so toxic.
And the more you grow, the more the space for them comes, because once you're starting, it's the people who know you that comment mostly. But once your audience gets bigger, it's other people from other places commenting.
And you're like, okay, what did I wrong? What did I do wrong? It was just a joke. I wasn't thinking it was that serious.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you learn to just neutralize things, because
with time.
you also have your own personal pressures that you have in life.
True.
So if you combine it, you're going to break down. So you just need to neutralize things so that you can balance life after YouTube and life in YouTube, so that you can have both good mental health on both sides. Yeah.
So what I'm taking from this answer is that YouTube is important, but then there's someone who is more important than YouTube, which is us.
Like, yes, the person.
Yeah, if we allow all that negativity to come in, then we're going to sink, and YouTube doesn't even know us, right?
Imagine, at the end of the day, YouTube doesn't even know you exist.
Yeah, so...
And you're like, okay, what was the point of this?
So as much as we are working with YouTube, and inshallah, we are looking forward to YouTube paying us, but also we have to make sure that we are taking care of our mental health. Okay, so...
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you.
Yeah, so sometimes when I do travel vlogs, I've tried a few. Sometimes I'm like, I'm supposed to be getting the experience, feeling it. And then at the same time, I see my YouTuber self trying to vlog, okay? And I'm like, am I not going to miss out on the experience? Because I'm supposed to explain to people what is happening. Like, hello guys, we are at this place and this is happening, Instead of living the moment, sometimes I feel like I'm working instead of living the moment. Have you ever felt like that?
Yeah, it always happens to people. You feel like you're missing out on things, you're not living there. You're always seeing things through the lens of the camera, because you're always holding a camera like this. You're not using your own eyes to look at things. But this is what I literally do. At the beginning, when I started travel vlog, I used to feel like I'm not there at all. I'm just trying to make sure I got this video right, I got this scene right, and all this thing. And then time ends and you go back and you're like, I haven't even lived the moment. But as time went on by, I decided I just need to sit down with myself and ask myself, do I want to live? Because I'm paying money for this. Nobody's sponsoring me for all these trips. So I am like, you need to live in the moment. You need to realize that this is a moment that you want to remember through your own memory, not through the camera's lens. So this is what I usually do. I remember we went for a trip in Mount Longonot, and then there was a good view at that time. I had recorded previously before we got to that viewpoint. And then my friend was like, don't you want? So as I was saying, you learn to be like, okay, this is the moment that I want to see things from my own perspective and put the camera down. So I try my best not to record all the time, but you have to consciously remind yourself. You have to remind yourself, because you don't want to miss out, and you also want to show people and all that. So I try to live in the moment with the people around, because you come with people who are not YouTubers. It's only you. So
True.
everyone else is wondering. It's only you who's recording. It's only you who's doing all this. And then you're like, okay, I need to learn to live with people. So this is what I do. When I want to do, I'll just record like 1 minute, 2 minutes, and then put it aside, and then walk, just have my own conversation with people. And then when I feel like I need to show this on the YouTube, I record again. And when I want to speak, I speak. So I give myself intervals and time limits to record things. If I don't do that, I'll spend the whole day recording
True.
everything.
Yeah.
So I try to put things aside, and also remember that I came here for the experience, not to bring people there with me. And I learned to remind myself that I'm doing this so that whenever I can go back, anytime I can go back and watch myself. So I vlog as if I want to see myself on the TV or on the phone or on YouTube, so that I record it for myself and forget that there are other people. Then so that later on I have the imagination that people can fall in love with the personality that I have, and I don't have to pretend that I am enjoying while I'm not. So balancing that is really hard. The line is very thin, so you don't understand when you should stop, when you
Exactly.
shouldn't. So I think with time you learn to practice that, and you get used to it. But sometimes I also give it to my friends. I'm like, please record for me.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm like, please record for me. I just live in the moment, so that they because sometimes people are very excited. They know you do YouTube. They want to be like the one recording for you and all that. So you give them the opportunity to be like, please record for me. And then you go do your own stuff. And then later on, you just look at the footage and things good. They look good. And then you're like, thank you. You did for me. At least now you go to live in the moment. So if you go with friends, try to accommodate them. Maybe they can help you vlog and all that.
Yeah.
And then where necessary that you need to speak, maybe you can speak, or maybe you can do the speaking. But if you just need B-rolls where someone needs to record something and something for you, they can help you around. So I think, yeah, that is the only way I can do. But you're never going to get comfortable and be like, okay, now I have differentiated the difference between living in the moment and recording for YouTube. I don't think, even I think one of the people who have been doing 10 years or 20 years of YouTube, they still have that challenge, I believe.
They do. I was listening to Jasmine Paris, and she was saying the same thing. Like sometimes as a content creator, she travels and she wants to live the moment, but she also has to capture the moment. So it's tough.
It's tough. It's a thin line that you cannot differentiate. You don't see what is living in the moment and recording all the time.
But you have to look for a way of enjoying and still capturing the moment.
And keep doing that.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
The conversation is getting more exciting, and I'm running out of questions.
It's okay.
Okay. If your viewers are watching right now, and based on your experience as a YouTuber, like, how do you think they can help you grow? Because as much as we are doing this because we love it, we are also looking at a bigger picture of us growing and getting paid, inshallah, someday. Because people get paid by doing the things they love too, right?
Yeah, for sure. I agree. Yeah,
exactly. So throw it to your viewers.
So first and foremost, I'm grateful for my viewers. They consistently watch me and I appreciate them. I wouldn't have been I wouldn't have gotten the number I have today without them. And I thank them so much. The other thing, if they can help me around, they can help me, because the plan for this year is to get 5,000 subscribers, inshallah, because I'm left with 4,000. And that is going to happen if they share it with their friends. Thank you so much, Shukran. So that is going to happen if they share it with their friends and families. So please do share my videos around. And the other thing, they can just like and comment and engage with my content. That is also going to help YouTube know that, okay, there's a person creating content and people enjoy her content. So you can comment around and just say 2 to 3 things maybe you liked about the video, share it with your friends. Just that, and I think I'm going to hit the targets that I have for this year. But I'm genuinely grateful for the people that literally view me every day. Whether I post or I don't post, they're there. I'm grateful for them. I'm grateful for them.
First of all, it just motivates me that I'm speaking to someone I know and they're already at 4,000 subscribers. And even though I'm not yet there, but like I see some light. When you have somebody who has experienced something and this person, it feels real. It tells you that
Really,
you
yeah.
are also
Yeah.
going to make it to that point, inshallah. And even
Yeah,
though you
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
been monetized, I know the other thing is about the watch hours.
Monetization, yeah,
They
yeah.
have to go up to 4,000 hours, right?
4,000, yeah, yeah.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah,
But then
that's a lot
inshallah,
of time.
yeah,
Yeah.
inshallah, it's possible because we know people who are already monetized, which means
Yeah.
they manage to go to all the way to 4,000 hours of
Yes,
views,
yes,
right?
yes. It's
Which,
possible. It's
yeah,
literally
it's
possible. Yeah.
possible. And inshallah, we are all
Yeah.
going to achieve it, inshallah, with our own
Yes,
time.
inshallah. Yes, yes, yes. Just learn to do things like you. Don't
Yeah,
focus on other people, because sometimes there's this other pressure that you see other content creators doing things, they get monetized, they're getting partnerships and all these exciting things, and you wonder, where am I going? Am I doing the right thing and all that? Learn to be like, I'm running my own race. I'm not competing with anyone. I'm doing
yeah,
things my own way. Things will happen. For me, it's almost taking 3 years to just to get to 1,000. It's taking on, I think, 3 years, over 4 years to just get monetized. It takes time. So you just be
yeah,
like, okay, I enjoy this. So take it easy. It's okay. Don't worry about things. Things will fall into place with time. So always
exactly.
reminding yourself that is a very hard thing, because you always check other content creators who have a
True.
lot of followers than you, and you're like, will I get there? Will I get there? Just remember that, yes, you will get there with patience, although, yeah,
Yeah, inshallah.
patience, yeah, yeah, with patience, inshallah.
Yeah. So the last part of the explanation, I had a question for it, but maybe I should just throw it at you and then you will answer it.
Okay,
So my
okay.
question is, if we have other YouTubers watching this, so what are some of the tips you can share with them in terms of tips of helping them grow as YouTubers, tips of helping them looking out for their mental health?
Okay. First thing is that I have gotten so many people texting me about how they want to start YouTube channel and they want to do, and they're asking how can I do it. I always tell them YouTube itself is your university. You can learn anything and everything on YouTube. You can
Yeah,
Google, you can just search how to become a YouTuber, they'll give you
yeah,
all the
true.
tips.
Yeah, true.
How to edit, they'll give you all the tips.
Yeah,
So I'm telling you that if if you want to start, please be someone who is willing to learn and put the effort
yeah,
in. Go learn the basic stuffs, like how to record, how to set up your
yeah.
camera, how to just be confident. I used to also Google how to be confident on the
Yeah,
camera,
we all
just
do
so
it,
that I can
yes.
speak. Yeah, yeah, so that I can speak like I know what I'm doing, because
Yeah,
people want to know that she know what she's doing. And with time, the confidence will come in, because sometimes I was like, I cannot even look at myself for too long. What
I
is this?
know. I know.
But then with time, you learn to be like, okay, take it easy. You learn how to be confident. And also, you always remember your end goal. Remember that I want to create content. I want to be a YouTuber who has hijab. Because I haven't seen so many people who, in Kenya particularly, that are Muslims and they're YouTubers. There
Yeah,
are very few. And
yeah.
most of them, they're not that much known. So you want to also present the religion and all that into the internet. So you
Yeah,
always remember that, so that you can also have, when the small girls are growing up, they can look up to someone who is a Muslim on the internet.
yeah, true.
And the other thing is, be someone who's willing to learn, be passionate about what you're doing. Time will tell, time will eventually show everything. Be patient with yourself. You will be tired, you will be exhausted, you will not know why you started this.
Yeah,
Sometimes you'll question yourself.
yeah.
There's all those doubts that you're gonna have.
Okay.
Yes. So as I was saying, I remember when I starting my YouTube channel, I had told myself that if I'm not going to do this for the next 10 years, then I should stop doing it from now. Because there is no need for me to start anything and then later on leave it in the middle. There is no need for that. It's
Yeah,
either I start, finish it, or just leave it from the word go. So I think if you have that kind of mentality, I think it's going to push you a long way to be like, okay, now it's time to focus and do this, because I had promised myself from the beginning that I'm never going to give up on myself. And I think to show yourself that you respect your own decisions, you're going to do that every day, even if there's a lot of challenges going to come in, you're going to focus on that. So first thing first, put yourself trust in God that you can do this. Have the passion, have the resilience to learn anything, even if it is hard. I know sometimes getting good editing apps, maybe you have some challenges, you don't have a phone, maybe your phone is not good quality, maybe you don't have a camera. With time, things will fall into place.
true.
Just start with whatever you have right now. You have your phone, start with that. As time goes on, you can save, get a first camera, get a tripod, get mic. Time will go on, and then you'll be proud of yourself come 10 years and you'll be like, yes, I started from somewhere and today I'm somewhere that is better than yesterday. So you'll be grateful for yourself, and always, and also collaborating with other people can help your channel grow. So if you have friends who do YouTube, you can reach out to them, and maybe there's someone around your area whom you know, you can DM them, be like, yo, I was thinking maybe we can do this together, just to help your channel grow. So that is the tips that I can give. But don't give up on yourself. That is the main thing, because if you give up on yourself, it's the end of everything. Yeah. So just focus on yourself and what you love. Yeah.
Thank you so
That
much.
is the tips I have. Yeah. Thank
Okay,
you.
as
You're
a
welcome.
YouTuber listening to that, I just feel alive once again, mashallah. Like there's so much
Yes,
wisdom and power in your words, and
thank you.
I hope this doesn't help me only. I'm sure once people watch this video, they'll also benefit
Yeah.
from it, inshallah.
Inshallah.
It was
Inshallah.
great having you, Maya. Wallahi, I've learned
Thank
a lot from you, and
Thank you so much.
like this has been an amazing talk. It was genuine,
Yeah.
it was fruitful, it was real, it was natural, it was
Thank
just
you.
beautiful, alhamdulillah. So
Yeah,
what is your
shukran.
parting shot?
And always remember that you have yourself no matter what happens. So focus on yourself. You matter. Remember that if you feel like nobody loves you, there is someone out there that cares about you, that appreciate what you do. So focus on that, and always remember your mental health is very important.
True.
If you die, we will all forget about you. So focus on yourself. Take care of yourself. If you need a break, take the break. Nobody is racing with you. You're running your own race. So just focus on you, and things will fall into place, inshallah, with no time and worry. Yeah, thank you.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Wallahi, so much wisdom flowing. Thank you so much for
Thank
that.
you.
Jazakallah
Thank you
khair.
so much.
And guys, this brings us to the end of the video, and I feel sad because
Okay.
this has to end. But alhamdulillah, we
Yeah.
had a short time, but then alhamdulillah, wallahi, I have really benefited personally. I feel
Yeah.
energized. I feel like I have talked to someone who really understands what YouTube is, and I'm sure this will be the same with other YouTubers, with the viewers, anyone who wants to start off with YouTube. This is going to be a great instrument and great aid to them, inshallah.
Inshallah. And it will also, when they come to my channel, we can say something, inshallah, from that side. Yeah.
I'll be waiting for that invite, inshallah.
I'll be inviting you very soon, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching, and remember to subscribe, to share, and go visit Maya's channel as well. I'm going to link the link to her channel on the description, inshallah, so that you guys can follow her content, follow her on Instagram, because she is a reader, and you might get a book that you should read that is going to help you out with your life, inshallah. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Maya, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much. You too. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm going to stop the recording, and then we're going to have a chit chat behind the scene.
Yeah, inshallah. Bye, guys.
Bye.